My high school bully begged for a job. I'm his boss. He walked in like he owned the room, and I damn near choked on my coffee when I saw his name on the schedule. Brad. Just Brad. No last name, no warning, no flashing sign saying, "Hey, remember this walking trauma factory from high school who called you Man-B McMathlete every day for 4 years?" Yeah, that Brad. And now here he was, sitting across from me in a button-up shirt that still somehow looked like a gym uniform, smiling like we were old pals meeting for drinks instead of him begging for a job from the kid he used to shove into lockers, using nothing but emotional damage and literal upper body strength. At first, he didn't recognize me, which honestly stung more than I expected. Like, you spit in my sandwich in 10th grade and you don't even remember the flavor of your cruelty? But then his eyes squinted just a little, his jaw twitched, and there it was, the flicker of recognition, the crap moment. Only instead of apologizing or even just pretending to be humbled, he leaned in with the swagger of a man who's coasted on charm and shoulder muscles his whole life and said, "No way, dude, we went to school together, right? Theater or chess or something?" "Math club," I said, smiling through the professional equivalent of emotional dry heaving. "And drama." He snapped his fingers like he'd just solved a murder case. "That's right, you were funny. I always thought you were hilarious, man. So what do you do here?" "I'm the one deciding whether you get hired," I said, still smiling. And I swear, Brad didn't even blink, didn't flinch, just leaned back in his chair like we were at a bar and not under fluorescent corporate lighting. Well, I guess I'm in good hands, huh? Now, the interview itself? Mediocre at best. He talked a lot, said very little, dropped buzzwords like he was throwing rice at a wedding, and somewhere in between streamlining synergy and leveraging verticals, he winked, like this was some buddy comedy reunion and not me fighting off the ghost of my adolescence with a stapler and a polite tone. When it ended, he actually clapped me on the shoulder, like full grown man post-frat bro slap, and said, "You'll hook me up, right? For old time's sake." And I nodded. I said, "Absolutely." Then I went straight to my desk, typed out a review so brutally honest it could have qualified as a character assassination, and submitted it without a second thought. I didn't lie. I just highlighted what he said, word for word. And maybe I added a footnote that read, "Candidate attempted to leverage personal history to influence hiring manager's decision. Professional boundaries ignored. Mildly aggressive shoulder pad." Yesterday I finalized the interviews. Brad's name didn't even make the maybe pile. And here's the thing, I thought I'd feel vindicated. I thought I'd feel like I'd climb back into my high school skin, stood up to the bully, and walked away taller, but I didn't. I just felt sad, not for him, for me, for the version of me who used to cry in the bathroom and beg the universe for one good day. 15 years later, the universe gave me one, and I used it to say, "No, Brad, you don't get the job. But thanks for the motivation, because apparently all it takes to become upper management is trauma, spreadsheets, and a long memory."